Hi, I'm Rebecca Ryan. I'm a shamanic witch here in Melbourne, Victoria. This is how to make Florida water, which is incredibly useful, really cheap and really effective. Florida water recipes often start with a 90 proof alcohol. 90 proof alcohol is hard to find, certainly in this country, and can be quite expensive. I know people have used bases of vodka or gin or sometimes grappa. The cheapest and possibly the best that I've ever found is using this. So this is Isocol. This is a rubbing alcohol. It costs anything from $2 to $5. It's quite an old-fashioned product. It's not super fancy. You find it often on the bottom shelf and it's fabulous. So to make a batch of Florida water, I put all of this as a base into a big glass jar. On top of that, also whilst you're out shopping, we're after a mix of lime and lemon essential oil, or lime and bergamot, something that has lime, lemon, and then a floral essence to it as well. Obviously you can get the pure essences. It's more expensive to do it that way. You need less. What I have found is the Planet Ark, the Orange Power. So these are mixtures which contain essential oils. These are air fresheners, in fact. They're also a couple of dollars. They're kind of everywhere. You can get them in any big supermarket, anywhere. They're very cheap and they're very effective. So for these, I take the lids off them. This one is lime and orange oil, so perfect for what I need. And I would pour in kind of this much. So I pour in, maybe a sixth or a seventh of what's available, straight into the bottle which is holding the rubbing alcohol. Then I might do this one as well, which is lemon and orange oil. So it's just a mix of a whole lot of different citrus oils with a little bit of flower essence as well. In they go. To which I add the real thing. I add clove. Clove is very important in this kind of Florida water because it really balances the other elements. It balances the potential very strong scent of certainly the rubbing alcohol, and it just helps to bind and kind of soothe the whole mixture. Clove oil, this clove oil in particular, is very strong. I use just a dash, so maybe 15 or 16 drops. It's just a quick dash and off I go. You'll find as you use the Florida water that it has a very strong after scent of clove, so if you like clove you can put more in. You do need a small dash. And the second last ingredient is lavender. So for lavender I also use the pure essential oil. This is anything from maybe $12 to $17 depending on how pure it is, and I would add only 3 or 4 drops. So then in my glass jar, I'll show you the glass jar that I use. In my glass jar I'm full usually to about here, so kind of halfway, and into that I would drop a sprig of rosemary. So not rosemary, just little pieces, but an actual sprig of rosemary. As I'm sure you know, rosemary is the secret ingredient of lots of witchcraft makings. It's a complete binder. It puts all of the ingredients together in harmony and kind of in sync. And then I let that sit on a windowsill. So I bless it with the 4 elements. I let it sit on the windowsill where it can absorb the passage of the sun and the moon through a couple of days, and it's ready to go. To use this kind of Florida water, you would have, so you use it like a cologne, you would have just a little bit in the bottom of a bath, or some people put it into a bucket. Once you have a bit of it poured out, so maybe half of a cup to a cup, depending on how much you want to use, it doesn't make any difference, it's up to you. You must activate it, and to activate it you drop in a bay leaf. So the bay leaf goes into the poured out mixture, it doesn't go into the bottle. You only activate the piece that you're using for your particular cleansing. So if you've poured it into a bucket, you add a bay leaf, so 1 bay leaf is fine, it doesn't matter what size it is, and that's like the ignition point, that's like a go for the Florida water. You then add some water, it's very strong, so you add as much water as you'd like to be comfortable, and then you put it on your skin. So if it's in a bath, you have a half of a cup of Florida water, you run the bath, there's a bay leaf in there with you, you bathe for a little bit so it's over your skin. If you have put too much in, it will make you sting, so you just need a little bit, and you can always increase more if you want some. This kind of bath is a cleansing bath, it's not a soaking bath, so you're in there for a little bit, or you've got your bucket with some water and some Florida water activated in it. You put it all over your body, not your face. If you have some on your hands, you can always just run your damp hands over your hair and over your face and around your neck. You then let the Florida water and the water out down the sink. You bury the bay leaf outside. It's an offering to the earth that says, thanks for taking all of this away. I'm all clean and clear and ready, and here I go. So the bay leaf needs to be disposed of thoughtfully, preferably out, buried in the backyard or in a pot plant or something, as an offering back into the earth, where all things that we're finished with go. So it returns to the earth to mulch and to become food for the roots of the next things that grow. Florida water I recommend once a week if you're going through big change. As these spin cycles are increasing and the pressure on us keeps changing, you can have a Florida water bath every day for a week if you're going through massive shifts. I always have a cleansing Florida water bath, or just a cleanse with Florida water before I do any kind of religious service. So the full moon ceremonies and the dark moon ceremonies, I'm always ritually cleansed, and Florida water is my preferred method of doing it. Thank you.